Hello everyone, welcome to the Dance Mod channel. So I'm Dance Mod and right now I'm in the game Isonzo, playing Kindos the Hungarian side. Right, so let's select our spawn point. So this game, actually I like it a lot. I mean, it's a very nice game, especially I like the nature, basically the looks of the game, the mountains and everything. This video it's not a kind of a review, it's mostly me just talking about things. Primarily I would say that this game is an excellent game. I think historically speaking it does show but actually we need to spawn ourselves. Let's go here. So we are playing as a rifleman right now. Yeah, you can see like the forest and everything. That's like it's very nice. Right, look at those trees. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the looks of this game. So this game is very good. Like look at this truck here. So that's just personally one of the main reasons why I kind of enjoy it. I would say, however, that this game is, well, I would say it's kind of hard for people to get into it. I mean, yeah, you can see, like, that can happen easily, right? I'd say also from a historical perspective, I'm a big fan of history myself, and I like this game, and like the Italian front in World War I was very dangerous for the soldiers, and it was very hard. Like, because of a lot of difficult terrain and mountains. Right. So yeah, that made the fighting very difficult. Still, I mean, I do enjoy this game, right? What comes this? What was that? Yeah, sometimes this game can be quite hard because you just go and this can just happen, right? And you have no idea what just happened. Because clearly, I know it said it was a Fiat. I'm not sure. I think it's. I don't know what it was. Like Fiat. Was it like? Or like a machine gun, I think. I'm not sure. No, it definitely was the type of weapon, but yeah, it was a machine gun, 100%. So that is unfortunate, but we keep going and we'll see what's going to happen. Whoa, that's. So we now know where the enemy is. I would say it's not. Like here you need to know, you need to constantly orient yourself. Because if you don't, you'll be in trouble. Like, for people who watch this video and decide to play this game, always pay attention to what's happening. Because like, this guy. We need to remove him. Let's go moving. Right. This game is its own thing, right? I mean, not much you can say about it. Basically, anymore. I mean, I guess what people do like World War I, this would be a nice game to play as. But I must say, clearly, it's easy. Because you see for myself the way I trade right now, I'm trying to. Right. Let's do it. Let's go again. Right side. Yeah, you can see this can go well. Pay attention. That's what's going to happen. It's kind of like what I'm doing here. Because like in this game you also can customize your character. Like this is how I made my rifleman look. So there is a lot of customization options in this game, and also a lot of DLC. I would say the DLCs are not necessary to play this game, but yeah, if you want, you can buy them. Because this game is fun without them, and you can also unlock quite a number of character cosmetics without actually going for the DLCs, just by playing the game and leveling up, essentially. Right now we're sabotaging the machine gun here, so they will not be able to use it. Right. Let's check if there's anyone in the house. Okay, we are in there's our guys in the house. So let's go next. What's this? Well, yeah, you see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you need to have a good reaction time in this game, or else it will not work. I myself don't play this game a lot. Like, I just play it sometime because I don't think I enjoy that. Not because I think it's a bad game, just in general. I prefer strategy games more. Okay, this game is great. Like, of all the game, I played a number of such games, like over many years, and I would say I abandoned many of them because there are issues with them. I think the main issue I have is that often the multiplayer setting, especially, it often annoys me. You can see, always pay attention. Because like this guy did not. And there it was. I got eliminated. I moved 3 guys from the field. Yep. And also to aim. Aim is important. If you don't aim, you can get in trouble here. Like, I have to say, total aiming in this game is easy. Like, I once played a game set in the Napoleonic Wars, and I can tell you, ramming aiming there is a lot harder. Like, I also tried a game set during the time of the US War as well. I did not like it either, because in those games, like, aiming is very hard, because it's essentially using a 19th century weapon. Basically, right at the time. The way they work, the way you have to aim them, is harder. Well, obviously, the weapons I use here, like the rifle, for example, that I use here, obviously, since the 20th century, actually has a better aiming system, so generally speaking, it's easier to aim. because it's also important here. Constantly check what's going on, and the reaction time is very important, right? Very important. But personally, I also would love if this game actually would have had like just exploration mode. Like I'll actually enjoy that because like if you can just start like a game when you can just explore the maps, because the maps in this game like they are really very beautiful, like really, and sometimes annoying to me. I also think they had once a game mode, if I understand correctly, we can actually literally like climb a mountain like vertically with like pickaxe or something, and it was like a limited game mode, and they had it, apparently they removed it, which I don't understand why they removed it, because like, I watched like some footage of it. It was a nice mode, but it didn't really work out. Yeah, you see, always pay attention. Always pay attention. Also, the gas masks definitely limit your vision. Yeah, that was dead on their support. This area, and this happened. So as I said, this is what the offensive class does. Offensive class can cover in the support. So like the things like artillery, gas, and that doesn't come like randomly. You have to be like an officer to trigger this. So there's definitely a tactical element of gameplay here. And yeah, as you can see here, like with the gas mask, you can with the green and different gas types, because they're definitely different gas types. You have no idea what's happening. Oh. So like this game is not easy. For people who are not used to such games, I don't recommend it. But yeah. But I think for people who are used to such games, so just like World War 1, it's good. I also like to offer some commentary on the fact that in general, specifically this front, right, the Italian front, the Austrians and the Italians fought each other, and there was the Germans as well, right? It really was like, I would say personally, in my opinion, it's actually the most interesting like front line of all. I mean, sure, the Russian front and the Italian front were interesting, but like inherently the mountain, I think the mountains and the type of combat that happened here. I think it's also important to point out, by the way, that when I say that it was the Austrians, it wasn't technically the Austrians, it was the Italians, it was the Hungarian Empire or the Habsburg Empire against the Italians, and there were Italians serving in Austrian and Hungarian army too, by the way. So it's not like it was German-speaking Austrians and Hungarians against the Italians. No, it was pretty much the entire ethnic makeup of Austria-Hungary against basically the Kingdom of Italy. And I think it's important to also note in the grand scheme of things that the Italians didn't exactly, how should I say this? Like the Italians were allies of Austrians before the war, so in a way, you could argue there's definitely a very complicated situation. It's also important to note that the Austrian Empire actually deployed a number of troops. like it deployed troops that I could say the troops that were more ethnically closer to Russians. Let's say such troops were often deployed more to the Italian front, where there were more where there were less issues with them fighting. I also think people need to remember a lot of people historically they think the Austrian army was not that good. Not everyone, of course, but generally speaking, if you were to read some books, they mention how the Austrian army wasn't exactly competent. And for example, like the Austrian army's failure against Serbia, and especially its failures against Russia, right, where Germany had to help them there. But like in particular, the Austrian army, the Hungarian army, it wasn't a bad force. People often tend to forget, but considering how located the empire was, people often forget that it actually was able to fight. It was able to fight and it was able to win. Right? The idea was the Hungarian empire was like in many metrics, I guess, people of course debate how good they actually were. But they are not completely bad. People need to remember that like there's the Hungarian Empire. They fought until the end. They found out in 1918. Unlike the Russians, by the way, were lost in 1917. Mind you, it's important people often mention, but in many ways, right, there was the Hungarians. Often had no idea, right? I mean, there was the Hungarian Empire really was like it wasn't in 1918, right? And like in many ways, 1970. So in Russia, which was a lot more, let's say, ethnically cohesive state, actually did not. You can, of course, like this is obviously, we can of course debate that. But Austria-Hungary definitely, in some metrics, you could argue had performed better. To be clear, obviously, there were a lot of deficiencies and issues with it. But as I said, there was no revolution in Austria-Hungary. The revolution happened in Russia. It's my enemy. So like the issue itself was never really necessarily with the Ottoman Empire. Not to be clear, when the Ottoman Empire actually started this war, it was definitely a massive issue for it. Because, like, of course the Ottomans are not the only ones, but like, pretty much no one was ready for the war, really. Neither Austria nor Germany, like Germany was planned, they like failed. They failed big time. Like the Germans thought they would defeat France and then move toward Russia, but that did not work. And so there it is, right? Well, anyway, I think I'll end the video here.